Today, we create a Madden 22 franchise, but we have to make a trade every week of the season. That includes throughout the playoffs if we make it that far. You see a magical wheel right here of 6 potential teams that we're going to have to use for today's video. It's 6 teams that barely missed out in the playoffs this year, 3 from the AFC, 3 from the NFC. Obviously, I'm going to click this magical wheel whenever team it lands on we have to use today to get this thing over with. Really, like, every team is going to be like, even maybe the Browns have the most overall talent, and it's going to be Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Now, the kicker, if we don't at least win one playoff game, I have to give a big Amazon gift card away to one of you guys in the comment section below. You can say whatever you want to. You can say you hate my guts and still have a chance to win. Let's get this thing going, dudes. I'm excited. Now, 2 things. Yes, I'm going to turn salary cap off, and obviously, I have to turn trade deadline off. And there's literally no rules in regards to what I trade away. It just has to be 1 trade each week, not 2, only 1. Now, it can involve 3 players if I want it to, but I'm only allowed 1 trade per week. And I'm only counting the regular season as well, so we might as well just go ahead and start here. I'm going to be smart about this too, because we have 115 staff points available. I'm going to go into the player personnel talent tree, and what you can do here is upgrade the trade tree, and it'll make trading for specific players a little bit easier than it would be if I didn't take the time to do this. Maybe throughout the season as well, I can literally upgrade this entire skill tree and make trades as easy as physically possible. Really, we've got to work on offensive line. It is horrible. Our skill positions are pretty set, aside from maybe getting a #1 running back. Hey, hold on, I can get a #1 running back by just reordering my depth chart. There we are, Chris Carson, but still might want to upgrade him. I might use him in a trade. Maybe add 1 more good wide receiver, but we got to focus on the offensive line. And defensively, I mean, we have some studs on defense. We really just got to fix this defensive line and definitely get some better corners. Wish me luck, dudes. I don't want to have to lose more money. So an interesting start to this one. For week #1, we have traded backup running back Rashad Penny away to the Cleveland Browns for Jadeveon Clowney straight up. Now, the problem I have came across with the Seahawks being the team we're going to use her today, it's not going to be as easy as it would be if we had some of the other choices, because the Seahawks don't have a 1st-round draft pick. With that, we go ahead and advance into week #2, and hopefully we start things off with a W. Of course, we take the L. 21-14. How does that happen? Okay, got a lot of upgrades, though. That's always a dub. Boys, I think we're about to complete an absolute banger, and boom, a huge upgrade to the offensive line, and strategically kind of weakening my opponent for this week. The Tennessee Titans taking 2 of their star offensive linemen, Taylor Lewan, 82, and Roger Saffold, 82. All we had to do was trade away Carlos Dunlap, our like 5th-string corner, and then a 4th-round draft pick from this year. Just like that, we moved Taylor Lewan over to right tackle, and our offensive line's already looking so much better. Come on, bro. We have got to beat the Titans. We have home field advantage here, and we're going to come out of this hopefully 1-1 on the year, and we lost by 17 points. What is happening? Offensive line now is completed. We acquired Brandon Linder and Andrew Norwell from the Jacksonville Jags for Will Dissly and a 3rd-round draft pick, up to an 82 overall now, and that offensive line is fan-freaking-tastic. I actually have a few guys like Gabe Jackson that I might be able to trade away now. Hopefully in week 3, we can get our first dub of the season. We have to take on the Minnesota Vikings. We're a high overall, but we are away from home. We cannot start this season out 0-3. We cannot do it. We did it. We lost by 1. Oh no. We very well could start this season out 0-4. Like, what is going on? Oh my god, I really didn't think this would be accepted, but this was a huge trade. We trade our starting running back Chris Carson away for Linval Joseph, Chris Harris, and Joshua Kelly. Only thing is, yes, this week our running back position is going to suck, but we'll make sure we get a better running back next week. But we fill the defensive tackle need, a cornerback need, and we get a replacement running back for the 1 week. I think that's actually a pretty big dub. I don't know what I've done wrong, but I feel like we should have at least 1 win. We're going to play the Rams next week, and we're really going to start the season off with a 1-3 record. Let's go. He finally got off the board, and poor 49ers, dude. They're 0-4. Look at the Rams overall. Oh my god, this is going to be a tough one. But I actually think this is an absolute banger of a trade. We have 2 solid D tackles now, so Puna Ford, he can be shipped on because he has a lot of value. Had to throw in 2 fourths, but we bring in Cordero Patterson, Russell Gage, and Hayden Hurst. We have our starting running back and 2 really good depth pieces. All right, bro, come on. Can we please get a little sneaky win? We have that home field advantage. I mean, the Rams are such a good team. I mean, they're a Super Bowl team, and we're going to come out of there with a huge win. This game is so weird. I swear. We just beat the Rams that were 8 overall higher than us by 15. We'll probably probably now lose to the Steelers by 20. Alright, Twist, we have enough staff points for another trade upgrade in the player personnel skill tree for trades, but I don't know which one. This one allows 2% trade discount for the CPU players, but this one has a 2% trade value increase for our user players. I guess I'll go with this one to be safe, but hopefully by the end of the season, we can max all this out. Now, this right here is one heck of a trade. We bring Leonard Williams and Adoree Jackson in for our backup center, man. These are two players that are immediately plug-and-play players for us. Oh my god, that actually might be the trade of the video so far. Come on, let's win 3 straight to get back to 500, and we did a 20-14 win. We're not really scoring that many points, but our defense has came out of nowhere to play fantastic football. With that, we're back to 500, right where we want to be. Oh my god, this has already been a freaking roller coaster of a video. Another huge trade involving one of our backup offensive linemen. We needed an outside linebacker. We grabbed one in the veteran and CJ Mosley. We also bring in Mercedes Lewis because I'm trying to think on future trades, and I think now, since he's a little bit higher overall than Gerald Everett, I know he's older. We just need him to be good now. We're putting all our chips in like the Rams did in real life, although they didn't make a trade every single week of the season, even though it felt like they did. Because more than likely, there is going to be a team or two that does need a tight end that would be willing to give me good players in return for Everett. I got to keep in mind, too, I still have a good amount of draft picks left. Well, that's depressing. We lose 31-23 to the Saints. That was a nice little short-lived 3-game winning streak, but we should at least get back to 500 against the Jags, hopefully. And this week would be the normal trade deadline, but not today, not when Madden Science is involved. Okay, so I don't know why the Rams were interested in this 65 rated defensive tackle. I know not anything fancy this week, but we literally only had one middle linebacker on the roster and Bobby Wagner, so we need some depth at that position, and a 74 rated, not horrible for what we had to ship on. Now have upgraded and have a 4% trade discount on CPU players. We're trying to get back to 500 on the year, and we cannot lose to a team in that quest that haven't won a game on the year, and we get a huge win, 38-13. Boys, it looks like things are moving forward. The good thing here is that before we play the Packers, we're really going to be able to add 2 players because we have an extra week right here for the bye. Oh, bro, I just had to do it. We're bringing in Julio Jones from my Tennessee Titans, my favorite player of all time, which is actually kind of ironic because I'm a big fan of Gerald Everett, the first ever South Alabama Jaguar to be drafted. So maybe that moves some options for shipping on some of our other wide receivers if the opportunity presents itself. So boys, this will actually end up being one of the most ridiculous trades of the entire video. Like, oh my god, Sidney Jones, who is like now our 3rd or 4th corner, we have really good corner depth. We can afford to give that up to bring in better players at other positions. Keem Hicks, like an incredible defensive lineman, and Robert Quinn, who was like, what, top 3 in sacks this past season? This literally is going to transform our front 7. So as we advance into the next week, we are now up to an 83 overall, 87 defense, 80 overall offense, and since we already have the trade done for this week, we can go ahead, hopefully beat the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. That will be a tremendous feat, and if we actually can pull this off, that should really prove to us that this team actually has a shot for at least a bare minimum of playoff run. Come on, dude. The Packers are so good in franchise. 7-2, and we go out. Oh, what a close game. I mean, I guess that is 8 points, but that wasn't a blowout. All's not lost. Plenty of season left to go. It's really our offense is kind of letting our team down. I mean, it's quite a few overall points lower than our defense, so maybe I need to try and get a few better targets. Maybe actually just bite the bullet and get a good tight end. I mean, I think I have the resources to do so. It's not like it'll be wasteful. You know what? I actually just found the absolute perfect fit. We're about to bring in Dallas Goedert from the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, do we just ship on a tight end in return? Like, do they want Hayden Hurst? They kind of do. So, like, I'll take this. Gabe Jackson, Taylor, Hayden Hurst for Dallas Goedert. Submit this through, and right now, Jalen Hurts is the most angry man in the entire world. Imagine Russell Wilson, Dallas Goedert in the same offense. Come on. This has got to be a statement win right here. Let's get back to 500, and then let's get above 500. We are now 500 again. Thank God. Close, but a victory nonetheless. 28-24. We've got to take advantage of these next few games. The football team are 1-9. It is away though, so it could be tricky. So we had to part ways with Russell Gage on this one, but it's worth it for the man we bring in return. I feel like this is actually fantastic value. We have Dwayne Eskridge as a number 4 receiver right now. That's not bad at all. And on the flip side, bringing in Kenny Moore, adding him to that cornerback core. So this secondary right now is loaded. I mean, if this team cannot beat the freaking football team, as of right now, it's leaked they're going to be the Washington Commanders Commanders, and we are going to give the Commanders that L. Take the L. Got to take care of this San Francisco 49er team at home. They're 3-8 on the year, so we made it work. Dwayne Eskridge, Zimmer, and Hyde Jr. shipped on to the Chargers, bringing a little bit better of an overall wide receiver. We bring in a better overall right tackle, and then a defensive tackle to kind of, keep some solid players that maybe we can use later in trades. Come on, we've got to pull the double over the 49ers, take advantage of their poor season, and we do by 10. That is huge. We've got to beat this Texans team. An update on the standings: we are 1 game behind the Rams right now, and we did win first game. We're gonna have a chance to take the lead over them next week. Bro, our secondary, that's awkward. Our secondary now is literally so freaking stacked. We can now trade away Taylor Lewan since he's no longer our starting right tackle. Byron Jones, Kenny Moore, Chris Harris, that is insane. You also got Jamal Adams back there too. If this isn't a Super Bowl caliber squad already, I don't know what is. We've got to prove that by taking care of the Houston Texans, measly 76 overall, and we do. Oh my. Boys, I am liking our trajectory. Remember, we almost started the season 0-4. Oh my god, dude, now it's a 3-way tie. We do have the tiebreaker, but that will eventually change by the end of the season one way or another. Oh my god, the straight up swap actually worked. Leonard Williams for JJ Watt, I'll take it. Oh my god, our front seven is nasty. I wish I could have kept Leonard. Never thought that would have gone through straight up. Go ahead, advance into the next week. Hopefully have a 1-game lead on the LA Rams, and we have a huge 1-game lead on the LA Rams because we beat them by 21. This team took some sort of anabolics in that bye week because ever since then we've played godly. Oh my god, that's actually ridiculous. We just got Harold Landry from the Titans for Jalen Guyton and CJ Mosley. I didn't think this through. We don't have a 4th wide receiver, so that might screw us because we're going to have a tight end playing wide receiver 4, but we should be okay in the meantime. But can we keep the streak going? We have the, 500 Chicago Bears at home, and once again, we win by over 20 points. I really don't know where this came from all of a sudden, but I'll take it. The Lions, though, look at them. Valiant effort, 7-8 on the year. Oh, heck yeah. This might ruffle some feathers in the comments, but we bring ourselves in a solid, I guess, number 4 receiver, Cole Beasley. Oh, what a deep wide receiver core we have now. All we had to trade away was a 5th from next year and DJ Dallas. Come on, let's keep this momentum going. Week 17, have got to beat the lowly Detroit Lions. Let's blow them out, and we do. We're scoring 50 points a game now. This is insanity. Oh my god, dude, we clinched a playoff spot. We clinched ourselves the NFC West. We cannot choke this challenge and lose our first playoff game. Ideally a Super Bowl run, but I just avoid having to give away money. So I don't have a clue why the Ravens were interested in Jacob Eason so much, but we got rid of him and a backup right guard for Brandon Williams. Right now, just trying to build some depth, and we need depth at defensive tackle. Now we got one with this veteran. Come on, boys, let's end this season strong. Hopefully get a 1st-round bye. I might even go use those staff points. Unfortunately, not on trading because I think we got all the cheap points possible. But come on, bro. A playoff team in the Cardinals got to go to their stadium. A statement win to end off the year, and we're going to get another double-digit win, 35-21, and we have to play the Vikings in the 1st round of the playoffs. Boys, we're going all out there and leaving everything on the line. We just used our 1st-round pick on a pretty valuable player. I don't know where this came from, but I am all for it. Travis Kelce, Dallas Goedert, same offense, Russell Wilson. Oh my god, there is no way this team doesn't win the Super Bowl. This literally might be the most deadly offense I have ever compiled. So in 17 weeks, we've made it up to an 84 overall, 83 offense, 87 defense. I mean, this team is quite incredible. I mean, look at the weapons on offense. Russell Wilson leading the attack. Cordero Patterson, talk about a freaking weapon. Maybe the one thing we do lack is running back depth, so maybe if we win this week, we can try to add another downhill running back next week. But Russell Wilson, Cordero Patterson, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Julio Jones, Cole Beasley, Travis Kelce, Dallas Goedert with a solid veteran offensive line to protect and run block. Defensively, the linebacker core, ridiculous. Defensive line, ridiculous. Cornerback core, the entire secondary, incredible. Imagine the Bengals going up against this front seven. I can't make that joke. I can't do it. The Titans lost to them. We ended with the 14th best offense in the league, defensively 5th best in the league, so our defense carried us, even though we scored like 40 points a game the last few weeks of the season. Tyler did win the MVP. Russell Russell came in fourth, but we're not here to win MVPs. We're here to win Super Bowls. Russell Wilson, what a season. Almost 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Running the football, we had not too much success. I mean, Cordero Patterson did what he had to do, I guess. He was manageable, 13 rushing touchdowns. Josh Kelly with 8. But, you know, you'd like to see your running backs average more than 4 yards per carry. But, hey, carried us to the playoffs. Now we have 3 1,000-yard receivers, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Dallas Goedert actually led the team, had 1 more catch than Travis Kelce, and actually had the same exact receiving average per reception, which is actually really strange. But look at that, 14 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns. Julio with 11, even though it didn't have as many yards as some of the other guys. Now, defensively, we had Byron Jones, our corner, lead us in total tackles. Harold Landry with 19 tackles for loss. We had multiple guys with double-digit sacks. Robert Quinn, Jadeveon Clowney, Akeem Hicks, Harold Landry, J.J. Watt chipping in a little bit. This team has what it takes to go all the way, but please, at bare minimum, just don't lose to the freaking Vikings, dude. I mean, it's Kirk Cousins. Like, this literally has to be one of the most deadly offenses I have ever built. We're not going to go out week 1 because we're going to get a very, very slim win, 36-29. That is too close for my liking, but boys, that saves me some money. I'm happy. Now let's go and win the Super Bowl. I think pretty much, though, Travis Kelce was our big trade of the video because we had to use our first. I mean, the second can get us a lot, but no player is probably over 90 rated. Like, come on, like, hopefully their value dropped, because technically I'm just, like, what, renting them? Because some of these teams aren't in the playoffs. So I really didn't expect this one. We get a former first-round pick just from last year, a freaking first-round rookie, Travis Etienne, who's not injured in this franchise, for a backup safety, and Josh Kelly. Cordero Patterson obviously not cutting it. Hopefully we give the rookie a chance and he can shine in the playoffs. Like, we've succeeded our goal, but, like, come on, we've got to continue getting the W's. Why not add a 5th? AJ Green added to the roster simply just because I want to get this guy a ring. I feel bad in real life. The Bengals cut him after his entire career. Somebody make this Super Bowl trophy. We're about to get into an NFT so AJ Green can buy it. Come on, AJ Green, be the lucky charm to send us into the NFC Conference Championship game. Well, poor AJ Green, I must say. I had finished recording the video like 5 minutes ago, but I just sat there thinking, it didn't sink in. How did the Panthers beat this team? Sam Darnold at quarterback? Like, what do you mean? I just had to come back and end the video just saying, dumb game. Like, stupid game, dumb billion-dollar company.